Last time on Zach Talks Media, I went over all the states I collected physical media in. Today, I'm going to talk about all the media I collected that comes from outside the US, but mainly Canada. Let's start off with all the non-Canadian things I have. 3 of them, all of them being video games. First, here's a Japanese copy of Jet Set Radio on Sega Dreamcast. I have this because I asked for this for Christmas, but forgot to specify that the game was called Jet Grind Radio in the US when it first released. Unfortunately, the Dreamcast is region locked, so I can't play it. Next, here's a Japanese copy of Wave Race 64 on Nintendo 64, which I can play because the game store I bought it from swapped the back of the cartridge for an American one, allowing it to fit in the N64's cartridge slot. Usually when I play Wave Race 64, I have the characters' names replaced with the names of the main characters of Seinfeld, but with my Japanese copy I decided to be different and went for The Office. Finally, for non-Canada, here's a PAL copy of Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes on PlayStation Vita, which you can tell from the PEGI rating rather than ESRB. Thankfully, the Vita is region-free, so I can play it. And if you're wondering, it's just like the other handheld versions and not a port of the console version. Now that that's taken care of, let's go to Canada. First, here's the Backyardigans Cave Party on DVD, which as you can see has French titling in addition to English, which is pretty common for Canadian releases as you'll see. And because Nickelodeon didn't exist in Canada at the time, the cover art removed the Nick Jr. logo, but only on the cover as the disc art is the same. A similar thing is this DVD of Dora's Pirate Adventure, albeit it does have Nick Jr. branding on the cover. What's weird is that the US DVD doesn't have a French track. Next, here's a VHS of the 2000 live-action How the Grinch Stole Christmas movie, which I can tell is Canadian because it has a Canadian rating but no MPAA rating. Now here's a DVD of Jonah, a VeggieTales movie distributed by Alliance. One weird thing is that I bought this in Virginia sealed. I later committed collector sin and opened it to see what it's like, and it's just disc 1 of the US release, and disc 1 alone. Here's Franklin's Birthday Party on DVD, the only Canadian Franklin DVD I have, as all others are US releases. This DVD only contains 4 episodes of Franklin and an additional episode of Roly Poly Oly, which would never fly over here because Franklin aired on Nick Jr. in the US while Roly Poly Oly aired on Playhouse Disney. The cover art for this and the next few are reversible, with the English titles on one side and French on the other, with both languages on the disc art, and the option to select a French menu on the main menu. Did you know that Franklin's French name is Benjamin? And while some DVD menus start to program after a short time, these DVDs have a 10-second countdown on the menu counting down to the program start, which they call kid-friendly autoplay. Remember Max and Ruby? Well, this ain't it. This is Timothy Goes to School, from the same author. I have 4 DVDs this show. 3 of them from Canada, the 4th being a US DVD distributed by Funimation. My favorite anime! The Canadian Timothy DVDs all have 4 episodes as well, but no bonus episodes, which if you look deeper makes sense as the average Timothy episode is longer than the average Franklin episode as the show was made for PBS. First up is The Great Race, which has a bonus game featuring the easiest questions ever. Who is Timothy? Right there. Timothy goes to where? School. This is very easy. Where is Shaitaros? I don't know that. At least you can try again. Then it ends with another easy question and everyone wins. I told you Donkey Kong would bring communism to Canada. This is the only DVD I bought in person at a store. The others I bought on eBay. Next is Water Park Party, which features an animation for the episode selection menu and also the episode where they swim and change how days work.
All right, everyone. Who can tell me what we call Monday in summertime? Yes, Timothy?
Swim Day!
That's right. Swim Day is when we stop at Hilltop Park for a swim. And look who's here to help out.
What? And last up for Timothy is the school play, which is just a normal DVD with the episode with marbles and shockings and etc. And finally is Thomas and Friends Spills and Chills on DVD, distributed in Canada by Maple Pictures under license from Lionsgate, who had just acquired the North American distribution rights to Hit Entertainment's catalog. It's almost the same as the Lionsgate print. The only exception is that it has its own disc art, rather than using the Anchor Bay disc art. But the contents are exactly the same as the Lionsgate print, which is the same as the original Anchor Bay print. If only if it had the French dub. Those are all of my international media, excluding bootlegs, which I don't really have that much of, if at all. So I decided not to talk about them. The only bootleg I can think of that I have is just a DVD of Mulan 2 that's a bootleg. Tune in next time for something, I don't know yet.